Hey, future world changers. Ever thought about studying in the UK?
Yeah.
Like specifically at the University of Nottingham?
Yeah, Nottingham.
We've got a deep dive coming at you,
A deep dive.
especially for any African students out there thinking about taking that leap.
It's a big one.
It could feel like a total jungle of information out there,
Oh, absolutely.
So we've done the hard work. We've hacked through it all
That's right.
to bring you just the essentials.
The need to knows.
Exactly.
So think of us as your guides today to help you figure out,
Yeah. Is Nottingham the right place?
yeah, is it the right launch pad for your academic journey?
All right. So let's jump right in.
Let's dive in.
Nottingham loves to throw around some impressive stats.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Like, they're third in the UK for attracting top employers.
That's right.
Straight from the High Fliers Graduate Report 2024.
Hot off the press.
Top 20 UK university, and get this,
Oh, I love this one.
top 40 globally for sustainability.
Mhm.
Okay, sounds impressive, but what does all that actually mean?
What's in it for you?
Yeah, what's in it for you?
All right. Well, these aren't just, fancy numbers.
Right.
That employability ranking,
Uh-huh.
it's not just for show. It means real opportunities
Okay.
after you graduate.
Yeah.
Nottingham is known for giving grads like the skills employers want.
Useful skills.
Yeah, they're looking for those skills. And, for students coming all the way from Africa,
Yeah.
that global recognition, it can be a huge boost when you're building an international career,
Absolutely.
opens doors.
So it's not just about, like, getting a degree. It's about, like, what comes next.
Exactly.
Global scale stuff.
Yeah, global opportunities. And that sustainability ranking,
Uh-huh.
what does that mean?
Yeah, some people might think it's just a buzzword, right?
It's trendy.
Yeah.
It's much more than that.
Okay.
Nottingham's commitment to sustainability, it lines up with a global movement.
Okay, yeah.
So think cutting-edge research projects, tackling climate change,
Dude.
partnerships with African universities focusing on sustainable development,
Really?
even stuff happening right on campus promoting eco-friendly practices.
Wow.
So, for students who really want to make a difference,
Yeah.
Nottingham's the kind of place where they put their money where their mouth is.
Okay, so they're not just talking the talk,
They're walking the walk.
walking the walk. Okay, yeah, let's get down to, like, the practical stuff.
Okay.
The website mentions hundreds of work placements.
Yeah.
Can you break that down for us?
Sure.
Like, how does that actually work, especially for African students?
Okay, so Nottingham integrates work placements like right into a lot of their programs.
Okay.
It's not just like an extra thing tacked on.
Got it.
It's part of how you learn. Now,
Mm.
legally,
Uh-huh.
UK regulations do allow international students to work part-time
Okay.
while they're studying.
Part-time during the semesters, full-time.
Full-time during holidays, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
think of it as a chance to, get some real-world experience in your field.
Yeah.
Maybe earn some extra cash.
Important.
Yeah, and start building up that network
Your network in the UK.
in the UK.
That's like three birds, one stone.
That's amazing, yeah. Now let's talk about, the big question.
Okay.
Finances.
The elephant in the room.
I know for a lot of African students,
Yeah,
affordability is a huge, huge concern.
absolutely. A
Yeah.
major concern. But here's the good news.
Okay, good news.
Nottingham has a bunch of scholarships
Okay.
and financial aid specifically for international students,
Okay.
including those coming from Africa.
So there are options.
There are options.
Yeah.
Some are merit-based, so
Good grades.
stellar grades, you get rewarded.
Yeah.
Others target specific fields or regions,
Okay.
and some even come from outside organizations.
Interesting. So it's worth, really digging deep, right?
Yeah.
Not just assuming it's impossible. Exactly. It's like a treasure hunt,
I like that.
but with potentially life-changing rewards.
High-stakes treasure hunt.
High stakes. And don't forget, the university's International Student Office,
Yeah.
they're there to help.
Okay.
They can, point you towards resources,
Useful.
even give you some personalized guidance.
So don't be shy. Reach out. Ask for help.
Don't be shy. Exactly.
But let's say, okay, you figured out the money part.
Okay.
You're in, you got accepted to Nottingham.
Congratulations.
You're there.
Ooh.
What's life actually like on campus?
Yeah.
Especially for African students,
Yeah.
adjusting to a whole new environment.
It's a big change.
It is a big change.
So Nottingham's got a really vibrant and diverse student body.
Okay, that's good.
And it's not just about academics, it's about community.
Okay.
You'll find international student societies,
Right.
including ones specifically for African students,
Oh, nice.
cultural events celebrating, different heritages,
Right.
and they've got a dedicated international student support team.
Okay.
They get it. They know you're like miles from home,
Yeah.
and they're there to help you settle in.
That's reassuring. So it's not just about surviving.
Right.
It's about thriving.
Exactly. Nottingham recognizes that, like, diverse perspectives,
Ah.
they enrich the learning environment.
Yeah.
They've really woven inclusivity into the whole fabric of the university.
Okay.
It's in the courses, the faculty, the student initiatives.
So you're not just a number.
You're not just a number,
You're a valued member of the community.
a valued member.
And that feeling of belonging,
Oh, it's huge.
it can make all the difference,
It can.
especially when you're far from home. Speaking of home,
Yeah.
what about those who want to stay in the UK after they graduate?
That's a good question. Well, that's where the UK's post-study work visa comes in.
Okay.
It lets international graduates work in the UK for a while after their studies. And it's not just about making money, it's about building your career in a global hub.
Right.
London's right there.
Okay, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But I bet that visa process can be pretty daunting.
Oh, it can be.
Like, what's the best way to handle all that?
Well, the University of Nottingham gives a ton of support for visa applications.
Yeah.
They've got dedicated advisors who know all the ins and outs of the process.
Okay.
They'll walk you through each step, make sure you've got the right documents, and meet all the requirements.
So they've got your back, even after graduation.
They've got your back. It's a relief.
Right. That is a relief.
Mhm.
Now, let's take a closer look at some of the programs Nottingham really excels in.
Okay.
Like, what are they known for?
Let's dive into those.
Yeah. So we were just talking about all that support Nottingham offers students,
Even after graduation.
even after graduation. That post-study work visa. But let's rewind a bit. Let's talk programs.
Okay, yeah.
Nottingham's got a reputation for excellence
Mhm.
across so many different fields. What are some of the standout programs that might catch the eye of our African student listeners?
Okay, so if you're looking to make a splash in the business world, Nottingham's business school is a real powerhouse.
Okay.
Consistently ranked among the best in the world. They've got it all.
Nugget kind of stuff.
Classic undergraduate degrees in management, finance,
Mm-hmm.
specialized master's programs,
Okay.
focusing on things like entrepreneurship,
Oh, interesting.
international business,
Mm-hmm.
even sustainable business practices.
Oh, cool.
Which, knowing the innovative spirit in so many African nations
Yeah.
could be a perfect fit.
I like that.
Yeah.
So whether you're like a budding entrepreneur
Yeah.
with a game-changing idea,
Mm-hmm.
or you want to lead multinational corporations,
Right.
Nottingham's got something for you.
They've got you covered.
What about like science and technology?
Oh, great question. Nottingham's Faculty of Engineering is also super renowned. They're leading the charge in fields like aerospace engineering,
Aerospace engineering. Wow.
where they've got a unique research partnership with Rolls-Royce.
Whoa, that's a big name.
Talk about real-world experience.
Yeah.
Then there's computer science, where their research on AI
Okay.
and data analytics is making waves globally.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget biotechnology. Nottingham is at the forefront of developing sustainable solutions for agriculture and healthcare,
Okay.
areas that are particularly relevant to the African context.
Yeah, for sure. It's inspiring to see how Nottingham connects its research to those real-world challenges.
Absolutely.
It's not just theory.
It's about making a difference.
Yeah. What about our listeners who are passionate about arts and humanities?
Oh, great question. Nottingham's got you covered there, too. Their School of English is super highly regarded,
What do they focus on?
particularly for their focus on post-colonial literature,
Okay.
an area that resonates really deeply with many African students.
Yeah, of course.
Then there's history, where they've got specialists in African history and the African diaspora.
Oh, wow.
And if creative writing is your thing,
Mm-hmm.
Nottingham's got a vibrant program nurturing those storytellers of tomorrow.
Cool. So from business and engineering
Yep. Mm-hmm.
to arts and humanities,
Uh-huh.
Nottingham's got it all.
They really do.
Now, I want to dig a little deeper into those scholarships we touched on earlier.
Okay.
We know there are options out there for international students,
Right.
but are there any specific scholarships that, cater to African students?
Yes, definitely.
Right.
For instance, there's the Developing Solutions scholarships. specifically for master's students from developing countries who are aiming to tackle global challenges.
Oh, wow.
It covers full tuition and even a stipend.
That's amazing.
Then there's the Commonwealth scholarships,
Okay, yeah.
which are super competitive, but really prestigious awards for students from Commonwealth countries,
Right.
often with a focus on areas like sustainable development and good governance.
Cool.
And don't forget, many individual faculties offer subject-specific scholarships.
Oh, right.
So if you're into, say, engineering or public health, be sure to check those out.
So this is where that, like, treasure hunt mentality comes in handy.
Exactly. Be proactive, explore all the avenues.
Yeah. But let's be real. Even with scholarships, studying abroad,
Yeah,
it takes serious planning.
absolutely.
What advice would you give our listeners when it comes to that, like, financial side of things?
Okay, first things first, start early.
Okay.
Scholarship deadlines can sneak up on you.
Yep.
Second, do your research on living expenses in Nottingham.
Okay.
The university provides estimates on their website,
Yeah.
but it's wise to connect with current African students, maybe through those international student societies,
Okay, yeah.
just to get a realistic picture.
Real talk.
Real talk. And finally, think about part-time work options. Remember, you're allowed to work part-time as an international student.
Yeah.
And while it shouldn't be your main source of funding, it can really help supplement your budget and gain valuable experience.
Right, right. That's super practical advice. It's not just about getting there.
Exactly.
It's about making it work.
Planning for a sustainable and successful experience.
Exactly. Now, beyond the classroom, beyond the finances, what's life actually like in Nottingham?
Yeah, what's the city like?
What can African students expect when they step off campus?
Well, Nottingham is a super vibrant city
Okay, cool.
with this fascinating blend of, like, history and modernity.
Oh, cool.
Imagine strolling through the Lace Market.
Lace market.
It's this historic district that was once, like, the heart of the world's lace industry.
Wow.
Now it's been transformed into this trendy hub with boutiques, cafes, art galleries.
Cool.
Then there's the legendary Nottingham Castle,
A castle. Wow.
perched high on a cliff, offering panoramic views of the city.
Sounds beautiful.
And for nature lovers,
Yeah.
Nottingham has amazing parks and gardens.
Okay.
Perfect for picnics, leisurely walks, a jog.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It sounds like a city that, like, balances history, culture, and that classic British charm.
It does. It does.
But for students coming from Africa, finding a sense of community
Yeah,
and familiarity, that can be so crucial.
it can.
Does Nottingham cater to those needs?
Oh, absolutely. Nottingham is known for its multiculturalism. There's a thriving African community
Oh, good.
with churches, mosques, cultural centers where you can connect with people who share your heritage.
That's so important.
It is. It is. You'll also find restaurants and shops specializing in African cuisine and products,
Oh, cool.
so you can get a taste of home whenever you need it.
Nice.
And within the university itself, there are all sorts of student-led initiatives celebrating African culture.
Like what?
From dance and music performances to film screenings and discussions.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's really great.
It's about having that sense of belonging, you know,
Right.
knowing you're not alone.
You're not alone in this journey.
Exactly. Speaking of journeys,
Yes.
let's talk about the one that often feels the most daunting,
Oh, I know this one.
the visa application process.
The dreaded visa application.
We know Nottingham offers support,
Yeah.
but can you walk us through some of the, like, key things African students need to be aware of?
Of course. So first, make sure your passport is valid
Okay.
for the whole duration of your studies.
Makes sense.
It sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people overlook this.
Yeah, true.
Then you'll need to apply for a Tier 4 student visa,
Okay.
which requires a confirmation of acceptance for studies, a CAS from Nottingham.
Okay.
The CAS is like your golden ticket.
Gotcha.
It proves you've been accepted onto a legitimate course.
Right.
You'll also need to show that you have enough money
Okay.
to cover your tuition and living expenses,
Right.
which is where those scholarships and financial planning come in.
It all connects.
It all connects.
So it's all about ticking those boxes,
Ticking box.
having your ducks in a row.
ducks in a row.
What about English language requirements?
Yes, most programs at Nottingham need proof of English language proficiency.
Okay.
You can show this through different internationally recognized tests like IELTS or TOEFL.
Right.
The exact score you need depends on the program.
Okay.
So check the university website,
Do your research.
do your research, and if your English skills need a bit of a boost before applying,
Yeah?
Nottingham has pre-sessional English courses
Oh, okay.
designed to help you meet those requirements.
So there's support every step of the way.
every step of the way.
Now, we've talked a lot about Nottingham's offerings, but I want to shift gears a bit. Talk about a resource that can really make this whole process a lot smoother,
Okay.
especially for those who are feeling a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
We've mentioned the Immigration Bridging Academy before,
We have.
but let's dive into how they can specifically help African students on their journey to Nottingham.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. The Immigration Bridging Academy is a godsend
Okay.
for anyone dealing with the complexities of UK immigration.
It can be a lot.
It can be a lot. They offer a free consultation. Free, where you can talk about your situation, qualifications, aspirations.
Oh.
They'll help you figure out which visa options are best for you,
Okay.
guide you through the application, even help with relocation logistics.
Wow.
Think of them as your personal cheerleaders
I like that.
and problem solvers, making sure you're well prepared and confident every step of the way.
It's like having a guardian angel for all things visa related.
Exactly.
And it's free, which is incredible.
Yeah.
But let's get specific. What kind of support can African students expect from the Immigration Bridging Academy when it comes to studying at Nottingham?
Well, they can help you figure out if your qualifications match up to UK standards,
Oh, right.
navigate those sometimes confusing visa requirements, and make sure your application is top-notch. They can also give you really valuable insights into life in Nottingham,
Like what?
from finding the right place to live to connecting with the African community. They really go above and beyond
That's so cool.
to make that transition as smooth as possible.
It sounds like they take the stress out of a process,
Yeah,
letting students focus on the exciting part,
right.
preparing for their academic adventure at Nottingham.
Exactly.
Now, we've covered a lot,
A lot of ground.
from program highlights and scholarships to the city of Nottingham itself
Yeah.
and the support systems available.
It's a lot.
But there's one key thing we haven't touched upon yet,
What's that?
the application process itself.
Ah, yes.
Let's unpack that in more detail as we continue our deep dive. We were just talking about the Immigration Bridging Academy
Yeah.
and how they can really help smooth out the transition to Nottingham.
Absolutely.
But let's get down to the nitty-gritty,
Okay.
the application process. It
Yeah.
can feel like a huge, huge undertaking.
Oh, it can be daunting.
So where should our listeners even start?
All right, first things first.
All right.
Head over to the University of Nottingham's website.
Okay.
It's like your one-stop shop for all things applications.
Got it.
They have a whole section just for international students,
Okay.
walking you through every single step,
Nice.
from picking your program to submitting all your documents.
So the website's our best friend.
Your best friend.
But what are some key things that African students specifically should keep in mind when they're going through that application portal?
Okay, good question. Pay super close attention to deadlines.
Deadlines.
They're different for each program.
Okay.
And whether you're applying for undergrad or postgrad studies,
Right.
seriously, set a reminder on your phone. Mark it on your calendar.
Don't miss them.
Don't let those dates slip by. Also, be super organized with your documents.
Okay.
Transcripts, recommendation letters, English language test scores. Make sure everything's translated if it needs to be,
Okay.
and certified.
Gotcha. So organization is key.
Organization is key.
Don't leave everything until the last minute.
Procrastination is not your friend.
Not your friend. What about the personal statement?
Oh, the personal statements.
Any tips for making yours stand out?
Yeah, this is your chance to really shine.
Okay.
Let Nottingham know why they should pick you.
Yeah.
Don't just give them a list of your achievements.
Right.
Tell them your story.
Okay.
What made you passionate about this field?
Mm-hmm.
What unique experiences and perspectives can you bring, especially as an African student?
I like that.
Authenticity is key.
Showcasing your unique, blend of skills and experiences.
Exactly.
Now, what about interviews?
Ah, yes.
Is that something that African students should expect?
A lot of programs, especially at the postgraduate level, do include interviews
Okay.
as part of the selection process.
How can they prepare?
Well, they might be in person, online, or even over the phone. Okay.
Most important thing is to be prepared to talk about your academic interests,
Uh-huh.
your career goals, and why you're specifically interested in Nottingham.
So practice those elevator pitches.
Practice, practice, practice.
But let's say, okay, you nailed the interview.
Okay.
You got accepted.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
That's amazing.
What happens next?
Okay, so once you get that offer letter, you need to confirm you're accepting.
Okay.
And usually pay a deposit to secure your spot.
Mm-hmm.
Then comes the really exciting part.
What's that?
Applying for your visa.
Right.
And remember, Nottingham's International Student Support Team and the Immigration Bridging Academy are there to help.
They've got your back.
They've got your back.
So even after that acceptance email comes through, there's still some work to be done.
Yeah.
But you're not alone.
Not at all.
Okay, but let's say our listener's still on the fence.
Okay.
They're weighing their options.
What makes Nottingham really stand out as a destination for African students?
Nottingham offers this amazing combination of academic excellence, a global reputation, and a real commitment to supporting international students.
Okay.
They understand the challenges.
Yeah.
Adapting to a new culture.
Right.
Figuring out the visa process.
It's a lot.
It is. And they have systems in place to make it all easier.
Okay.
Plus, Nottingham itself is a great city.
Yeah.
It's lively, with a rich history, and a really welcoming atmosphere.
Cool.
You get world-class education
Yeah.
while experiencing the best of British culture.
It's about finding that balance, right?
Exactly.
Between like hitting the books
Yes.
and growing as a person.
Personal growth.
And it sounds like Nottingham really checks all those boxes.
It really does.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
what's like the one piece of advice you would give to our listeners who are dreaming of studying at Nottingham?
Don't let doubt hold you back.
Okay.
Take that leap.
Yeah.
Do your research. Prepare that application carefully. And ask for help when you need it.
Okay.
You have something unique to offer the Nottingham community,
Right.
and they're ready to welcome you.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself, believe in your dreams. This has been The Deep Dive.
The deep dive.
Your shortcut to, well, being in the know.
In the know.
We hope this episode is giving you the tools you need to take that next step on your journey to Nottingham.
Absolutely.
Good luck, future world changers.
Good luck.